Chapter 61, I work with Richard Crenna. You want to know the definition of exciting? Getting cast in a movie that is to be shot in the south of Thailand and getting to do a speaking scene with Richard Crenna. You know, when your agent sends you to a casting, you never know exactly what it's for. In this case, my agent in Bangkok sent me to a casting for an American film that was to be shot on location in the south of Thailand called Last Flight Out. So I go to the casting in Bangkok, and I get a part, and a few days later, I'm in a van heading for the south of Thailand. And when I got down there, I found out that not only did I have a speaking role, but the guy that I was to speak with in this movie was none other than the one and only Richard Crenna. Oh my God, I love this guy. I've seen him a million times, and I not only got to work with him, but I get to have a conversation with him in the film. I played the part of an embassy driver, and Crenna plays the American ambassador in Thailand, or some such thing. And the scene is that he is getting people out of Vietnam as we are pulling out of there for good. And this is the last flight out. My scene with him is that I drive through all of this chaos in the street and stop right next to him, and I tell him something like, "Hey, we got to get the hell out of here." And then he replies something, gets in the car, and away we go. Like I've mentioned prior, I never saw my work as an actor or a model or a photographer until many years later as I was doing research for the book. I looked the movie up on YouTube and saw the scene of me driving through the crowd and stopping and speaking to Mr. Crenna, and it was no less than thrilling to see it. What can I say? Really, I had forgotten all about it. I only remembered that I was in the movie and the name of it, and I looked it up and saw the scene. I also remember specifically during the shooting that we're shooting a close-up of Mr. Crenna, and he was standing outside of the car, and I was sitting in the driver's seat, and then it was roll camera and action. And I sat there and I watched him do his thing. The close-up was of him turning his head from right to left very slowly with this look on his face that to this day I will never forget. He was truly a great actor in my opinion, and that day I got to watch him work from a few inches away, and I was absolutely mesmerized. How fortunate I was, but I never realized it. During my journey, I always took these incredible things for granted for some reason, but just maybe that's normal. I feel honored to have been in that scene with Mr. Crenna, and it will stay with me forever. I have learned in my research that Mr. Crenna has passed away, and I was so sorry to hear that, and my heart goes out to both he and his family. He was so kind to me when we worked that day. A big shot like that, but so humble and so kind to me. That's what I remember most. Thank you, Mr. Crenna, for that day, and for the memory that I will forever hold dear. Here's a photo that was taken on location that day and given to me by a crew member. I am so lucky to have it. I've also included a screenshot from the movie where Crenna and I are talking to each other through the window of the car. End of chapter.